we receive hundreds of emails into our scam inbox folder where people either send us scams or they ask us, hey, is this a scam? Did I fall for a tourist trap? Was I cheated? And since I'm an expert for Prague and also for scams, let me answer a few of those emails. And we're starting off here on the Charles Bridge in Prague. Here. And the first scam, believe it or not, is actually regarding a lamp post or lamp posts on the Charles Bridge. Now, it's not really from a scam category, but more of a, am I being lied to? Is this truth or false? Which was exactly the question from our viewer. And he came across this video on Unilat where there's a person walking across the Charles Bridge and he's lighting up the lamp posts. And in the title it says, in Prague, they have to do this to all the lamps around the city to light them up. Now, if you look at the size of our city and the amount of lamps that we have here, and you would believe this piece of information that there's a single person who walks around and lights up lampposts, no, it is false. This is to remember a tradition that was happening back in the days where we still take this one guy, his name is Lampas, the lamp guy, and he actually lights up these posts that are not electric powered, but gas powered. So back in the days, he would actually light up the gas so there would be a light. Now today, and I hate to break this to you and spoil the secret, he just pulls on a lever or on a tap on the lamp, which lights it up. It gives it a spark, the gas is already there, and there's light. It's a show for tourists. And it's a beautiful show. This tradition only happens a few weeks before Christmas time, so you may be lucky, and I believe it's only Sundays. If you're lucky enough to run across the Lampas, I'm sure he will be happy to take a picture with you and you can take a picture of his work. But on a normal day, 360 days a year, these lampposts light up normally, but yes, many of them are still gas powered. By the way, this is a map of all the Prague lampposts. Yes, it's online on this address, so you can look them up. And the ones that are yellow are the ones that are gas powered, stands with a P, and the ones with E are electric. So is it a scam? No. Are you being lied to in short videos on TikTok, Reels, Instagram, and so on? Yes, of course. Speaking of lamps, the only one that should interest you is this one, which is the Honest Lamp 180448. We have a hat with the number because you should touch it for good luck, wealth, and happiness. One of our viewers asked and pointed out in an email that there are guys on this square near the Charles Bridge selling tickets for a boat ride. Nothing weird about that, but what he pointed out was that he said, Janek, you once mentioned in a video that nobody can sell tickets on the streets and on the squares. Well, you're right about that. These guys are not selling tickets, rather they're selling newspaper, a journal, because that is allowed. Now, since the question we're asking here is this a scam? Well, in a way it's a trick, but you're not the one who's being tricked. The city is the one who's being tricked. And these guys very, very carefully and smartly bypassed this rule. Now, the boat ride itself may be lovely. It costs 550 crowns, which may be pricey for a piece of newspaper, but I guess it's normal for a tourist boat ride. Here's a local's tip. The same company actually runs one of the ferries up the stream, and if you buy a ticket for that, which only costs less than €1, you will get a discount of €8 for this specific boat ride. It's only in Czech. I guess they're targeting only Czechs. I have a few of them in my backpack, so you can get them as well. They work as a ticket on that ferry and then as a discount here. Now, if you think I'm nitpicking here, no, hear me out. I think this is genius. They're selling newspaper, not a boat ticket, and they're allowed to do that. And the tourists on the boats seem happy, so why not? By the way, this is not the first time somebody who's selling tickets is claiming to be doing something else. In this case, it's just a newspaper and nobody's really being harmed. But in a case of Old Town Square, the other square in the city, there's guys with red umbrellas and they're claiming that they work for charity, therefore they can sell the tickets there. I think whatever you do, I don't care, but if you're claiming to be charity and you're really not, you're just putting tourists on buses and putting them in traffic jams, that's not fair. And here's the last tip. If you're broke and you still want to see the river or enjoy it, you can actually do that with any form of transportation. If you own a little boat or a canoe, you can go on the river. Not too many people know that. Yes, you can. And by the way, this is one of the most photographed spots in Prague, and it looks beautiful here, let me tell you. If you have a sticker, put it on. If you have a lock, put it on. We'll take it off, I promise. And now here's a word from our sponsor. You know we partner with SurfsharkVPN and you know what it does for you. You can access a website that can be restricted in your country, or if you travel, like we do right now, suddenly you cannot access something. But hey, you know all this. But here's a new thing. They flipped the service upside down, around, and upside down again, and you used to get 3 months for free with the code HONESTGUY, but now you get 4. Fireworks everywhere. And not only 4 months for free if you use our code, but also 1 device, 2 devices, 3 devices, 4 devices, unlimited devices you can use Surfshark on once you register. So again, it's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4. Wait, it's 4. So again, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 months for free if you register, and devices, those remain unlimited. You just can't raise the bar there. Now, we did talk to Surfshark if they can raise the number of devices you can use, but they told me that it's unlimited, and unfortunately, there's just no way to raise that. They actually told me, you don't seem to know how the number unlimited works, Janek. I was like, what? Get Surfshark for your phone, computer, through this QR code or the link below the video. Now, the next email from our viewer about a potential scam is a bit more serious, and it's regarding our public transportation, more specifically, the tickets. Now, the viewer is describing that he came to a machine where he bought 2 3-day tickets, and this is what he got out. Now, I suppose that if you're a foreigner from a different country, different system, you're a tourist, and this is the first time you're seeing tickets that were just dropped from a machine that you paid for, you see nothing suspicious on them, right? Well, my eye will see it. The one ticket is printed correctly, the other one is not. Now, see, the machine you're buying the ticket from does not dispose tickets that are pre-made, that are pre-printed. The machine will print whatever ticket you're buying. So you can buy a 30-minute ticket, so it will print 30 minutes on the ticket. In this case, our viewer bought a 72-hour ticket, therefore the machine printed 72 hours on the ticket, but, and here's the problem, it only printed it on one ticket. So our viewer continues with the ticket, he validates it, stamps it on the tram, which is what he's supposed to do. He's obligated to do it once he enters the paid area, and then he gets stopped by a ticket inspector. And just like me, the ticket inspector notices that the ticket was printed incorrectly in the machine. Now, what do you think this inspector does? He fines him. Now, if the inspector was a normal person and not an he would help out. He would simply say, oh, I can see you bought a ticket that the machine printed incorrectly. I see you validated it. The tourist even showed us his statement from his credit card where he was deducted the price for 2 tickets. So in this scenario of an ideal world where people are helping each other, the ticket inspector would simply say, look, we can solve this. I'm not going to give you a fine because you bought yourself a ticket. Not in this case. The ticket inspector fined our viewer. Now, was it a scam? No, I don't think so. As I said, I just think the ticket inspector was an Kamarade. Ty kráso. So this video actually has a twist. We went to the funicular that goes up to the hill here, and we met with a tourist that actually recognized us, and I asked him, did you guys buy a ticket? Just asking, and he pulled out a ticket that was not correctly printed. So I asked him, where did you buy it? And he said, up at the station. So we came up to the station, and there it is. This is the case of the machine that is not printing out the tickets incorrectly. So every single person that will walk through here and buy a ticket here can be fined. Tohle je na opravu automatu, že jo? Dobrý den, dobrý den. Takže teď jsem někoho potkal dole.
To určitě.
Že jo?
No,
Že prostě netiskne.
No.
And to be sure, Honza bought a ticket in the machine that's right next to it, and this is what the correct one looks like, and this is the incorrect one. If you encounter a scam while visiting Prague or anywhere around the world, please let us know. Our email address for scam-related stuff, only exclamation mark, is podvodky@gmail.com. So please take a picture, take a video, or describe the story of what happened to you anywhere scam-related. And I'll see you next week on another video of The Honest Guide. And at the end, I'm going to teach you a Czech word that, in this case, might come useful. And that's how to say if something's broken, it's rozbitý. Rozbitý is broken.